Alright guys, every once in a while there'll be a G-Shock square that comes out that is an instant purchase for me, and that is this model here, the dw5600tga, using module 3229. So that's kind of like the base module that you'll see in like the 5600s and stuff. I don't know, I don't have another one sitting over here, but anyway, it's kind of a base module. We'll go over the basic functions of it, but this one, retail price $110. I did actually buy this one directly from G-Shock, so I'll put a link in the description. And what we have here is a high vis. Now, there's some patterns going on and everything, but the reason I bought this is because for my day job, I wear high vis because I'm often playing in traffic or in a situation where I need to be clearly identified or, hopefully not ran over or something. So that's why I kind of was drawn toward this on top of the fact that I like bright colors. I like, bright watches and everything. I like bright knives. I often carry the same item that you can get in a very subdued, regular black configuration. And a lot of times this is what you should be wearing, right? Low key, depending on what you're doing, work or profession or whatever, you need this style of watch. But in my case, I'm already wearing a bright yellow shirt typically. And this one, it almost matches it 100%. I'll see if I can find a picture if I did a wrist shot with my uniform shirt, and I'll try to post it towards the end of the video or something. But this thing's super fun. There's 3 different models that they did in this high vis one, or the Absolute Toughness, I think is what they're calling it. I pretty much just focused right towards the square, obviously, because I'm a fan of the G-Shock square. The other 2 models are very cool because of the colorway, but I'm not going to purchase them. That's just the way it is. And this one is reversed too. It has the white on the short part of the strap and the yellow on the long part, where the other 2 models, I forget the model numbers of them, they're reversed. The white is the long part and the yellow is the short part. I prefer it this way. Honestly, I would have been fine if they did the yellow the whole way. It is kind of nice to have it broken up though, and then with that black strap keeper up there is kind of nice. So nothing special on the case back here, pretty much just a stamped out one. There's no like, special. Sometimes they'll do like a special picture or something in the center. They didn't do that here. They did, the colorway, and then they printed on here in all caps, Absolute Toughness. And then if you look closely on the glass covering here, you can see there's a pattern, and that's supposed to be, they call it a thunderbolt, but it's like a lightning bolt pattern basically. Measurement on it, if you guys are curious, about 43.5 side to side, about 48 millimeter lug to lug, if you can call them lugs, about 12.5 millimeter thick, and it weighs in at about 56 grams right in there. So it's going to be very similar to like this guy here that I have. These are essentially the same watches, same style of straps and everything like that. This one has a gloss, the white has a gloss, and this one's more of a softened satin type feel to it. It's not glossy at all. And then of course, this one has blacked out buttons, this one's polished, and then this one has the upgraded module with the tide and the moon and solar and all that stuff. This one's your base model, 3229. That is absolute base model. And basically, if you run through the functions on this, you click the mode button here. Ideally, you're going to be in this screen. That gives you your day, date, and time. You have your alarm function. Of course, you can adjust all this. You have your countdown timer, which you just, I always get those mixed up because there's the base module one, the light button is down here, where all the other modules, the light button's up here. So if you have a lot of G-Shock squares, maybe you mix them up like I do as well, because most of them I wear are not the 3229 module. So this always throws me off. It actually is labeled kind of weird up there, but so there's how you start and stop it, and then to reset it, you hit the adjust button, and then you're back to the time. Where was stopwatch? There's countdown, there's stopwatch. So there's how you start that, you stop it, and you reset it, which the adjust button is recessed in a little bit, so it is a little bit hard to push. It's a slight bit easier to push than the standard 5600, but not much. and then you just cycle back to time. Now to adjust all those things, you pushed in the adjust button and you hold it down, but you can see I'm not even pushing it down far enough. This is my biggest problem with this module in most watches. Like, I'm really pushing on it, so you almost have to have something to push, or like really bite into it. There it goes. And you hold it down, and then you can cycle through all the different adjustments, your year and your day and date, month, all that stuff. And then when you're done, you have to push that down again, and then it's all set. So pretty simple operation. I feel like it's pretty intuitive, other than the fact that I do mix up the light and the start and stop, which I really don't use that a lot. I use the light, and we'll do a light on this one because it does have a backlay on it too. It has that same pattern that's on the glass there. So let me pop this thing on wrist so you can get a quick peek of what it looks like on my approximately 7¼ inch wrist. G-Shock squares are just perfect. I think honestly I could be content just wearing G-Shock squares. Obviously I'm not going to, because I'm a watch guy like most of you guys, and I'm going to have a barrage of different models always cycling through the collection, but I could easily just function on G-Shock squares. There's enough of them, and they're fun, they're affordable for the most part. You know, $110 for this one, when a standard one costs $40, is quite the premium, more than double the price. But adds that fun, cool factor. I really dig that. So let's kill the lights and check out that backlight on this. If I can remember to push the correct button. I think it's, there you go. You can kind of see, they call it the thunderbolt pattern, but you know, like a lightning bolt. To me, it's not super clear. It just looks like some sharp squiggly lines, basically. I think they could have done a little bit more defined job on that. But I love the colorway on this one. I love the bright yellow. So I'm definitely a fan of it. I would like to see the same thing, but in the same tone, you know, the softer yellow. I would like to see it in orange as well. So hopefully they'll put that out. They have done some orange squares in the past, but I like this configuration. So I'd like to see this exactly done in the orange as well. I think I would instantly buy that one as well. So let me know what you guys think. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next vid.